Welcome to another episode of Healthy Living. My name's Paul, I'm your host. It's cold, it's dark, I've been working late, I've just come in the door and I need to eat some. And I'm thinking about tortillas with a difference. Something light, fast, low-cal, but really tasty. So we're talking about corn tortillas, we're talking about Morning Star's tender chicken, we're talking about stack load of vegetables, some black beans, all on a beautiful, crisp, fried tortilla. Very excited. Let's have a look.
Prize tortilla is going to be leveraging Morning Star's Italian herb chicken patties. And you'll see here, each one is 170 calories, cholesterol free, 58% less fat. So they're really healthy for you. I've also pre-prepared some vegetables, some cauliflower, some green capsicum, onion and garlic, some shaved carrot, some lettuce, and some mushrooms. I'm going to be using Adobe's seasoning, all-purpose seasoning, and I'm also going to be using a layer of black beans, which I'm just going to heat up in the microwave to make it quick and fast. Now the tortillas I'm using are corn tortillas, they're soft taco, and I'm going to fry them. And two of them is worth about 110 calories. So overall, in terms of my calorie consumption, I can basically make a tortilla for, maybe 300 calories, which is not too bad. Let's get into it, and let's go through the pieces and motions of putting this together. Now I've started with the Morning Star chicken pieces. I don't really need to cook them a lot, but I actually took them out of the freezer and cut them while they're frozen, which makes it a little bit easier. And I've added in my onions, garlic, and capsicum, and I'm just stir frying these a little bit before I start adding in my softer vegetables. Obviously, adding the vegetables in the sequence makes for a better consistency at the end of the day. So you see here I'm adding in the cabbage and the cauliflower, which is a little bit harder. And here I'm breaking up the cauliflower a little bit too, so that when it cooks in, it's not going to be overly obvious. So it's still going to have a little bit cauliflower flavor in the cook, plus of course all the nutrients and flavors that come, nutrients and good things that come with cauliflower. After this cooks a little bit, I'll then add in my mushrooms and my shaved carrot, so that I still maintain a nice freshness about the whole vegetable and chicken mix. And obviously here, once again, this is vegetarian chicken. So just let that cook for a little bit, and let's move on to the tortilla. Vegetables are cooked. You'll see here I also added in a little bit of tofu to bolster up the protein. And I sauteed it a little bit with margarine as well to enhance the flavor. And it tastes delicious. So those guys are ready to go. And I'll just let them cool and keep in the pan while I deal with the oil and the tortillas. Okay, now don't be afraid to let the oil get hot. Now you see here the tortilla is a little bit soft, but if you try to take a piece, it's really not very flavorsome at all. So just drop it into the oil, and you'll see here it'll start to bubble up and brown, right? And that's a good indication that your oil is hot enough and that your tortilla is cooking. You'll notice that it starts to feel, in terms of texture, quite firm in under your tongs as you're working it. And you'll see now that as I take it out, so that's a crisp cracker style base that we're going to use for our veggie chicken and vegetable mix. Okay, so you see there it's bubbled up nicely. That's letting you know that it's cooked all the way through, right? I always make sure that I let my tortillas sit here on some paper towels, get the oil off. And then what I'll do is I'll just cook them through, right? And I'll make a few, right? So if I was cooking for a family of 4, I'd probably make about 8 of these, right? Allowing for each person to have 2. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's bubbled up nicely, right? Look at how quickly that bubbled. So you know the oil's nice and hot now. Okay. Right. You can see here I have my tortilla as the base. I've layered it with a layer of black beans. Put my vegetable and Morning Star chicken and tofu layer on top. A dab of sour cream. I have a delicious appetizer that not only looks good, but it's extremely tasty. Enjoy healthy living.